Good morning. I got my coffee, which you know I have to have. Yeah, I'm back to my death before decaf coffee cup. Yes, no more decaf for me. Okay, so I'm Dawn. I also went by Fairy Rose. Now I've changed my channel to Enchanting Stitches, but I'm all the same person. So this is where I talk about my cross stitching. Oh, it's February 13th. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. But anyway, 2023 too. But this is where I talk about my cross stitching and sewing and crochet if I ever get back to it. But it's been a busy week. Very, very busy. For one, 3 of my 6 grandkids came to visit with my ex-daughter-in-law. Okay, I don't like saying ex-daughter-in-law. She's still part of the family, and she always will be. So, one of my daughter-in-laws. How's that? But Kylie, who is in cheerleading, had a tour here, cheerleading tournament, and we went to see it. The only one we've been able to see, because they're all so far in work and things, we have not been able to go. So we got to go to this one, and she did fabulous. I'll insert a cute little picture of her right here with her group. But we saw them, and they did fabulous. You know, they always do fabulous for us. Then they did a concert, a mini concert with, I had heard some of her songs, but I didn't know her name. But my other granddaughter went crazy because she loves this artist. And it's Grace Greenan. Yeah. And they got to meet her and hug and autographs and all that. So they had a blast. After the concert, they did a dance-off, and I couldn't handle the anxiety no more, and we had to leave. I put it off as much as I could. So we didn't stay for the awards, but we got to see her perform, and we got out of there before the mad rush of everybody leaving because it was packed. And they said it was in Charlotte. It was not in Charlotte. It was in Concord, people. They advertise it as being in Charlotte, but it's not in Charlotte. Just like this Charlotte Motor Speedway is not in Charlotte, it's in Concord. But it's right outside the lines, so they count it as Charlotte. Okay, but anyway, stitching. So this weekend, I only stitched while basically they were gone visiting other people, because they got other friends and family in this area, and they hadn't seen them in like a year. So they were visiting others too, in between visiting us. And that's fine. So I did get more stitching in this weekend than I thought I would. And first thing I worked on was Cathedral in the Woods. I had a very, very wimpy start. I only had like right here, one color. That's it. Not very good considering I started her like 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah, let's see when I started her. December 13th of 2021. So it's pretty bad. And Sarah, Stitching Kingdom, Sarah Stitching Kingdom. I think that's, we're going to work on it together because she's got it going too. Let me double check who. Where are you? No. Craft Cave Dwellings. That's who. And I watch her channel every time she puts out one, and I cannot remember her name right now. But we're going to work together to get some work on this beautiful memorabilia. And I only got 750 stitches in. But at least that's more than what I had. Now, this fabric is BeStitchMe. It is modeled, you're not, it's more green down here, and then it goes up blue, and then purple, and pinks. And it's not showing up good. But it's 18 count Ada. Nope, that don't help at all. But I got 750 stitches in here. I'm going to try and give her a day or two a month to get her good and going. Because I got a very wimpy start on her. Then one day I spent no stitching, and the haul is why. Then I had a new start and a finish of it. So it's a little ornament. I'm doing Fancy Lady February. So all my whips has some kind of lady in it. Maybe some are not as fancy as others, but it's all good. So I couldn't do my advent calendar animals for my finish for this month for an ornament. So I picked out one, and I was tossing up a couple of ideas. And then I saw this one, and it's like, yeah, I gotta do this one. It took me 2 days. And that's it. And it's Joan Elliott's Christmas Fairy Gift. And that's her. Now, I did add the year 2023. I used, instead of the call for gold, I used what I had, which was this one, 002. But otherwise, I used all the call for flosses. Now, that's part of the haul too that I will discuss. But I think she turned out gorgeous. Yeah, I love her. And I just want to do more ornaments. Lots and lots of ornaments. Okay, so I got her done. And then I worked on my Celtic Winter. Now, where's the picture of her? That's her. Celtic Winter by Lavender and Lace. This is where I was. And this is where I'm at. Now, I got her in my big Q-snap. Because she'll fit all in here. And because she will fit all in this one, I could start the beads. So I started all the beadings. I started at the top. I got most of this. I've got to get this row here. And then I'm going to start more beading over here and going across. Now, I'm using the call for except for these beads right there, because they were more purple and I didn't like them. And then I saw the beads from the spring and I liked them with this because I needed something with a contrast. I also fiddled around with some dark blue beads and all that, but I decided on this one. See, there they are. And I really like them. They are, where are you? Where are you? These. So, I got to get another pack for my spring, but I went with these. And I really love how she's coming out. She's got a face now. So I'm going to catch up with the beads as I am, and then see what I'm doing is working across. So hopefully this week I will finish the beading here and here and there, and then I will do the beading here, and then I'm going to go over here, and then I will work across again. I'm making a lot of progress on this, and considering my goal is just 500 a week, give or take, I want to have 7,000 stitches before the spring equinox. And at this rate, I will do it because I'm at, I think, right around 4,000. So I'm doing good. Then, let's see, I only got 400 in her because it was mainly beads. Besides touching up her face, it was all beads. So 300 in beads. It took a while. Okay, then I let our little cheerleader pick out my next whip. And she picked out Gossamer Princess. And this is what she will look like and where I was. Now for her, I'm trying to get 2 rows a month done. So this was perfect that she picked her out. I got strings hanging everywhere. Oh well, it's all good. But this is where I'm at now. So I finished this row and this row. And I've made my goal for the month. And she's gorgeous. Now she's gonna be longer than here, but this is as wide as she is. So next month it'll be down to here. Each month 2 rows, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll be done. But I'm loving it. This is a HAED, a story keep, Gossamer Princess by Selena Finch. I think she's gorgeous. And Kylie loves her. So I might know who's getting her once she's done. And then that's all my whips. That's all I did. So far I've touched 7 whips. I gotta pick it up a little bit. I do have 2 finishes for the year. I've already fed you. Gave you water. You're good. You heard me. So last month I touched 11 different whips. This month so far it's at 7. So I need to pick up. So let's see. Well, for one, I want to start Muka this week. I might start her today. I don't know. It depends on what we get off the wheel. So Here's the wheel. Let's see which fancy lady I get to work with today, or this week. Midsummer Night Fairy. I need to get 3 days done on her. So 3 days this month for my goal on her. So, and where is she? Oh, is that her? Nope, this is, yep. So, Midsummer Fairy. I want to finish her this year. So that's why I picked to work on her. And this is where I'm at. So I got the majority of her dress done. Yeah. You know, I probably could put her in the same Q-snap as I've got. Let's see if this fabric is big enough. Oh, barely. But I could probably put her in this one. And then that way I could start her beading too, which I would love to do. Yeah, because see, that's as wide as she is right there. And the bottom is right there. I might try that. Might see if I can get her into that Q-snap. But 3 days this week, I'm going to be working on her. So I might not have a lot of variation in my patterns this week. Because, okay, I'm running out right there. I've also got to work on my Along the Forest Path. And I want to start Mocha. I don't know how you say it, but it's okay. So that's who I'm working on this week. Those 3. And see, I want to work on my Halloween Afghan so bad, but I'm not going to. All right, now everything I bought came in. For one, I got from a fundraiser that my granddaughter, McKinley, had. So I get the digital. I thought it was a great way to get a magazine and help the schools. So remember that. When they come to the door and ask you if you want order, check and see if they've got any cross-stitching magazines and get one. It helps the schools. So that came in. Then I bought this off of one of the Facebook groups, one of the buy-sell groups, because, you know, it's a fairy. It's beautiful. What I did not know was it's a stamped kit. It's all supposed to be in here, but I thought it was the whole pattern. But she's so cute. Okay, so I had to get her. But she was only 5. So it's not that bad. Then so I can work on the Cathedral Goddess, I went ahead and got the bead pack for her. She has a lot of beads. She has a lot of chronic. Where's the chronic? Yeah. I got the water lilies for her. And I got all of the chronic. Yeah, lots of chronic. if I remember right. I'm pretty sure this is the one I got the Panic for. So, I've already decided she's going to go in. Nope, that's not the one that one goes in. She's already got a bag. Okay, so I got to put all this. So that's all part of my haul. I got all the stuff for her that I needed. Then I went ahead and got my second lavender lace. I got spring. I'm going to start her on the spring equinox. I got her beads, but I gotta get the other bead because I'm using it in the winter right now. So I gotta get that bead. Then I got all of her treasure braid. Now she's going to go in this one. I've still got to pick out the fabric. I had the fabric picked out and then I put it back in my stash by accident. And now I can't remember what I had picked out. So I gotta do that soon. Then I got floss. The majority of this is for the Halloween quilt, Halloween Afghan, and then some other colors that I just needed for my stash. Okay, now, stay there. Don't move. Then I got Happy Meal. So, I won this from Corey Creates. I will link her Flosstube down there. Isn't it so cute? I might switch my Celtic Winter into this one because, you know, it's a Christmas one. But thank you. Then I also won, I think they're called Sanctum Stitching. I'm pretty sure they're Sanctum Stitching. It's a couple. Sean and Fawn. And they were giving away this. I want to do that one and that one for sure. And I think that one. But yeah, I really love sunflowers. So yeah, I really needed this. I mean, look how cute that one is with the little bird there. Okay, yeah. So I won that one from them. And I think that's all the prizes I won. Yeah, that came in. Now, why I didn't work the other day on stitching. I did an order from Temu, T-E-M-U, however you say it. And stitching wise, I got a couple of scissors. I thought these were going to be smaller, but I really like them. One I'm keeping over here by my chair, and then one pair's in there with my quilting, in my quilting area. So those go right back over there. That will go in there. Then I got some floss because it was 447 colors, all marked with the DMC number. And I want to know how they work because everybody talks about the CXC, and I didn't know if these were them or not. They're not, but I was very happy. They don't really have a label. They just have the DMC number. They're a little fluffier than DMC, but I was happy. Besides the Krynic, this little angel was done with all of those off-brand floss. Now the 447, that's practically the whole set of DMC. Only thing that is missing so far that I've done it, and I'm only working on the 800s right now, winding them onto my bobbins. And what I do is I will take the label and I highlight it, and then I stick it on with tape. And I put them in my bobbin boxes, and just because they're highlighted, I know that that's the off-brand. But I've had zero problems. Only ones missing are the hard-to-find ones. The ones that on the list had the little stars. They also did not have anything before the 150. Ain't it 150? I think it's 150. You know, I really need coffee. They had the white and icru, and then their numbers started at 150. So I got a whole set, and it was $31.49 for 447 of them. Well, I had a coupon, and because they do coupons and all, and it came to $12 off. So for $19 basically, I got the whole set, and they look fine. Now, am I going to mix them in with my DMC as I'm using? I haven't done that yet. I probably will do like a small ornament and try to see how they look. Most of the colors are spot on. There are some colors that are way off. Not way off, but they're off by a few shades. But overall, I'm really happy. I mean, they give really good coverage. Okay. Yeah. They give really good coverage. And I had zero problem stitching with them. So, yeah. I think next time I'm going to do a HAED. I might order. The downside to them is you have to order the whole set. You can't order like 6 3/10s. You can't do that. It's the whole set or none. So what I'm thinking about next time I go to kit up a HAED, you can also buy them in smaller packs of 8 in color groups like greens, black and grays, and things like that. I might order another whole set for the HAED, and then, or maybe 2 of them. So I have from the same lot and all, die lot. That's what I was trying to get out. And then like any of like 310, I can either use the ones that came from all 3 sets, or just use my Kona Doom, because I do have that. And just use the DMC Kona Doom. Or I could order a pack of the 8, which was like 78 cents for 8. I mean, it was really cheap. But you got to pinch pennies where you can. And she turned out adorable. But she's my February finish right now. And that's it. I hope everyone has a blessed day. And I gotta get stitching. I got to get stitching. And I need more coffee. A lot more coffee. But everyone, have a blessed day, and I'll see you next week. Oh, before I forget, if you wouldn't mind, hit like, subscribe, and comment. I would love to get my numbers up. Yeah, I'm shooting 4,000 now. I'm at 527, and I would love to get up to 1,000. So share with your friends if you like my videos, and I'll see you next week. I forgot to do the update weekly on my weight and everything. So wait, I'm at a stall. So I'm going to keep trying to do more exercise and more walking. Then for health otherwise, I went to a dermatologist for my skin because, you know, it's so dry and flaky and ugh. And he really scared me because I was sitting in there and he came in and he knows I'm in there just for my dry skin. And he's like, okay, so you're in here for today for your dry skin. And he looked at me, he said, wait, I want to look at that. Looking at my arm. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And he got this little magnifying thing and he looked at my arm and he said, this needs to come off today. Can I take it off today? And it was a little brown spot. I said, sure. If you think it needs to come off, it needs to come off. And he said, yes, it needs to come off today. Well, yeah. It was quite big, so they took it off. He is sending it off to make sure it wasn't anything, but he said he did not like the look of it. And then he proceeded to check my whole body for any more. Yeah. Skin cancer does run in my family. I had an uncle, an aunt, my mom. Yeah, so it's kind of scary. I rarely go out in the sun now. When I lived in Mississippi, I went to a tanning bed a lot. A lot. But since I've left Mississippi, I don't think I've been in a tanning bed, but maybe once. And that's it. So that's at least 20 years. But I also grew up around the beaches, so I was always outside in the sun. Yeah. But that's it for my health. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I will see you next week. For sure this time.